Did you push the red button? Well, hopefully I'm recording. Well, I made a previous video and I made the error of calling Yellowstone Yosemite. And my son said, "Dad, we're not in Yosemite, we're in Yellowstone." Hopefully you can hear this. This is the Beartooth Highway. Yeah, we just went through Yellowstone Park and got rained on hard. Thankfully, I had my gerbing suit. I'm really hoping this thing's recording because I couldn't get it to marry the phone. This is really gorgeous in here. I'm recording in 4K. So last time I recorded in 4K, I had a couple of people complain that the spinning circle kept on coming up on their television or their whatever they were watching the YouTube on. And I told them that you just go up to the upper right corner and there's 3 little dots and you can change how fine the picture you're getting. But those people that have fast internet can watch it in 4K. Now, I didn't film Yosemite because when you do film in 4K, it takes a lot of the card, the SD card, micro SD or whatever you call it. But I definitely wanted to get this, and I figure when we're in Sturgis, I can film with the phone. Now the problem with it not being married to this phone that I have here on the motorcycle is that I'm unable to turn off the camera or control the camera with the phone. So, Lord willing, this will come out okay for you YouTubers. I'm still learning this filming, and I want to get good at it so I can make quality videos when I go to these runs. Now, I've never been on this Beartooth Highway, and from what I understand, it's spectacular. And so far, I have to agree. Now, I'm gonna have to edit my other video because I said 2019 Sturgis bound Yosemite, and it should be Yellowstone. My bad. Knowledgeable people will know that I goofed up on that one. And I think even when I was speaking in the video, I said Yosemite. Well, evidently a lot of people come through this just to do this highway. A group of 5 of us came up. They're behind me. They were kind enough to pull over and let me get set up with the camera because I didn't bring my waterproof covering for my Sony X3000, and I couldn't set it up when it was raining and hailing, and I didn't want to wreck the camera. Going awfully slow here. I'm wondering if I can go around these people. A lot of motorcycles. Yeah, this year we decided to stay at the Deadwood Lodge. Costs a lot of money, but what the heck, I'm an elderly man and can't take any of it with you, so it's been a long time since I've driven all the way back from California to Sturgis, but I'm having so much fun on this trip that I think I'm going to make it an annual. When I can't drive it that anymore, then I'll start RVing it again, but it's really nice getting a hotel room, motel, or whatever you call it. So one of my friends said, Arturo, you're going to be going up to 10,000 feet elevation on this trip. I just took off my gerbing jacket and put on my leather vest. Hopefully I don't freeze to death, but it's pretty warm right now. I got the heated grips too. Now I got a couple of commenters on the very first video of us taking off. They were asking me about the 7-speed. It's on the Fat Bomb. And I'm really loving it. It doesn't give you top end, but it allows you to have that extra gear, and they're spread out so evenly that it's pretty easy to stay in the power band. Now, my other friend, I have a very good friend in New York, and he was saying, Arturo, you should take your Goldwing. He says, that, you know, I'm just thinking of you. And I says, well, I understand what you're saying, but it's more or less a Harley event, and not that, you know, Goldwings are there, but I haven't hardly ridden this Fat Bob, and it's a performer. So the group I'm riding with, none of them have stock motorcycles, and they ride like bats out of hell. And the only way I could keep up with them is with this Fat Bob. I don't think the Goldwing can perform like this Fat Bob. In fact, I'm certain of it. And I'm not bad-mouthing the Goldwing. I love it. 7-speed automatic. But my wife is staying at home watching the grandchildren, so my son could come and his wife. So I promised her, I said, next year, honey, you're going. And we're going to stay at the Deadwood Lodge. I picked her up a set of earrings. So, if we get rained on, I'm going to have to pull over and shut the camera off, because I think I'll ruin it if it gets wet. These heated grips get you really hot. I had to turn it off. Woo. So, on another one of my videos, I bought a Street Glide Special. I got a very good price on it, and the exact color I wanted. And Harley called me up and said, Arturo, guess what came in? And then she started sending me photos. Emily started sending me photos of the Street Glide. And I told her, I said, Lord willing, that's my motorcycle. So she gave me a deal on it, and oh, what's going on? Slow down, something happened. Uh-oh. I hope nobody got hurt. Oh. Oh no, it's a motorcyclist. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh Lord, I pray he's okay. Still alive. This is really spectacular. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know, last year when we were at Sturgis, I tried to get the another video on the Needle Highway, Eye of the Needle or something like that, and I got home and it was in photo mode. It wasn't even filming. I was so disappointed, and I wanted to get that for you guys. So possibly, if I can get another micro SD card, because like I said, I like to film in 4K, give you guys the best picture I can. So another commenter, the other comment was, this Fat Bob only has a 3.6 gallon tank, and everybody in the crew has 5 or 6 gallons. But so far, it has not caused a problem. We go 120 miles and 130 miles, and I got to fuel up, and everybody's about ready to stretch their legs anyhow. Yeah. This is my passion, riding motorcycles, and I'm mostly a Harley man. I've always had a Harley, but I love all motorcycles. I still own the KTM 1290 Super Duke, and don't ride it much because everything happens so fast on it, and I'm slowing down, you know. I had it listed on Craigslist, and all I got was scammers trying to scam me, you know, so. This guy wanted me to give him my PayPal address, and I said, look, I never give out my PayPal address. You want to buy it? He said, well, I need proof that you got the money. And I said, well, you got proof by your end, your PayPal account. There's no need for me to give you my PayPal account, and I've got my PayPal set up for when you pay me. It's not showing my PayPal account. It said it's a way to pay your PayPal. So I told him, you're a scammer. If you don't know that, you're trying to pull a scam on me. And he goes, no, you're the scam. And I said, well, look, I'm not going to argue with you. You should know this if you deal with PayPal. I said, nevertheless, it's your loss because you were going to get an excellent price on it. There's a lot of buffalo in Yellowstone. It's so pretty in here. Now this is outside of Yellowstone, and then it says scenic Beartooth Highway. And my son, I told him, I said, I'd really like to film that, son, for the YouTubers, and he said, okay, Dad. So he pulled over, gave me time to, I had my rain sock over all my my gear because we went through some hail and rain, and they all said I was kind of overdoing it with the gerbing suit, but it wasn't long. 15 minutes later, they were all scrambling to put on their rain gear and everything, and I was toasty warm. I'm riding with a real good group of guys. Well, this video is probably going to be long, so, but I kind of like to talk to you guys like I'm face to face with you, you know. And this thing here, it moves. Oh my goodness. They all started hot rodding it, and I opened this thing up and excuse me. Now I got the Pirelli Night Dragons on this motorcycle. They grip. Oh boy. Probably have to get a new set of tires by the time this ride is over because it's soft rubber. But the Dunlops, or the ones that, or the Metzlers, or whatever was on it stock, they kind of compromise on the design of it to get the longevity. Some cloud cover. Well, this is some beautiful country. Wow. I'm just running off of the battery in the camera, so usually I have a battery pack in my pocket here and I connect it to the camera so I know that I can film for a little while. I don't know how long the battery in the Sony will run. Because that 4K takes a lot of power. This recording for you guys. A lot of tourists. And I'll bet a lot of these Harley guys, they're heading to Sturgis too. Can't rush these tourists. They've come a long ways and they want to look at and see the beauty of it. This is some spectacular country. I'm not very good at editing films. I wish I hadn't called Yellowstone Yosemite. If I knew how, I could have put in a banner that said Yellowstone, not Yosemite. My granddaughter, she edits her films and everything. Maybe she can show me how to do that. She's got an Apple phone and I got an Android, so I don't know if they're similar. as far as editing goes. It's starting to cool off a little bit. Well, we've been driving through some heat. Oh boy, I'll tell you, 104. Going through Idaho was hot. Yeah, we drove 650 something miles to be able to take our time today. We want to be at Deadwood by Tuesday. Today's Monday. We want to hit that Montana steakhouse. Best steak in the state of Montana. I'm having a ball. My wife was a little concerned about me driving all the way back. I said, well, I'm with your son. Every time we stop, he makes me drink water. He says, you gotta drink water, Dad. So I've been doing that. Really enjoy God's creation. Yeah, I won't know if this thing is recording until I get home and I put that card into my computer and upload it. It takes forever to upload a 4K video to YouTube. And they like you to keep them a little short. They don't like it when you do these really long ones, although they've allowed me to do that, so I'm very appreciative of that. I'll put some little heat on this heat grip. Another commenter was saying, boy, I'd like to see you rip that 7-speed. get on it through all 7 gears. And I did do that the other day. Boy, this thing flies. Yes, I would recommend that 7-speed to anyone that wants performance. Keeps you right in the power band. I'm gonna go by the Baker booth. I bought another 7-speed from them for the Street Glide. Wow. Something else. We're talking about lightning and thunder. If that happens, I'm gonna have to pull over and stop filming right away. Put that gerbing jacket back on. It's a little bulky, you know, when you're wearing the pants and the jacket. It's kind of hard for me to get my leg over to get on the motorcycle. I guess we're climbing now. Look at the snow over there. Oh boy. Yeah, when I'm hot rodding it, I stay between 3,000 and 5,000. Right where the power is. Yeah, my kid was a little surprised when I opened it up. Yeah, it was raining so hard. I was telling the guys, I goes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to film that Beartooth Highway. If it's raining like this, I can't put my camera out there in the rain, and I didn't bring the waterproof cover that I have for it. Should have thought of that. Yeah, and then it started hailing. Boy, that was painful. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, a lot of tourists having a ball. Thing is, when a buffalo comes out, they stop all the traffic. They want to see the buffalo, you know. Got about 30 cars behind them. They don't give a damn. Come from all over the country. They want to see that buffalo. this is some beautiful country. So I'm gonna hit Rapid City, Black Hills Harley Davidson. One of my commenters is gonna have a booth there, and he said come by and say hi. So I'm gonna look him up. Say hi. He was watching one of my ones on the Black Hills Harley Davidson, and he said thank you for posting the video. He says I'm gonna be a vendor there. So I told him, well, we're heading back in a couple days, or tomorrow, I think I said, or something like that. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Wow. Well, now those trees grow on the rock. Oh, look at that waterfall. Oh, boy. I don't want to push these people in front of me. Yeah, those trees go right on the rock. Huh. Tourists. Oh, BMW adventure bikes, those are awesome. I love all motorcycles. Beartooth Lake. Getting people to subscribe to the channel. I hope as I get better at filming these things, you know, I do it for you guys. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm living it, you know. But I know a lot of people, they don't have a motorcycle. They're stuck at home, and if they're a YouTuber, they can watch the whole thing and listen to me shooting the breeze. I don't want to offend anyone, but you can't make everybody happy. I already got a dislike on the start of our trip. Somebody disliked it. I don't know why. You know, maybe they have a reason. Well, he's hitchhiking out in the middle of nowhere. I think I'm going to get rained on. Thank you, Lord. It says top of the world, so I guess we're up here high elevation now. Oh, my good friend Jeff, he said when he watched that first video, he says, sounds like your dad's tired. I told my son, no, I'm not tired, Jeff. Jeff drove my motorhome all the way back for me last year. I wish he was here. I think he would have really loved it with staying in the hotels and everything and riding. But he's getting older too. He's having issues with his hand and stuff, but he's getting them worked on. I used to be his boss when I was superintendent at the Golden Gate Bridge. The air is so clean here. It's like I just redid this road. I guess the snow raises havoc on it and they gotta repair them all the time. See these poles here? That's because it snows heavy here. This is really beautiful. Yeah, now, you know, if my wife would have come, I would have definitely brought the Goldwing. She enjoys it. But anymore, I got, you know, I think I need to divest myself of some of these motorcycles. Look at, there's snow up here. Wow. Still. Huh. 25 miles an hour. Must be a school zone up here in the mountains. There's a hot rodder. Yeah, so nobody in our group, they all got hopped up motorcycles. One's got a 120 ST motor in it. My son's got a stage 4 like this one. The other one's driving a Lowrider S, the 117 kit. And oh, now we got the whole road to ourselves. A lot of Harleys up here. I always nod my head. I like to throw their hand down, but I just give them a nod. High Mountain Lake. You know that snow melt. Looks like we're actually climbing even higher. See these cars up there. Yeah, I was wondering because yesterday one of the groups said it's pouring up there by the Where you want to film, Arturo? And I said, oh, great. Forgot to bring my camera thing that protects it. You could actually film underwater with it. Oh, this is gorgeous. My ears just popped. Yeah, they're wearing rain gear. Said 30% chance of rain. I said, oh, when it's 30%, it's like for sure gonna happen. Ooh, hit a bump. Last year, while we were at Sturgis, we got hit with a hailstorm that, oh boy, and I didn't have any gear on. That was a mistake. That's part of the adventure. Wow, this is something else. We're going right up to where the snow is. Yeah, I had to have my son push the red button on the Sony to get it recording, so I had all these different options for film quality, the format, and I went with the highest setting, so it really reduces the time of your movie. But it comes out really good. You can see everything really clear if I'm recording. I'm so happy I'm getting to do this. I've never been on here. Wow, look at those cars. They're still climbing. Bike was built for this kind of riding. Steering forks are not like the other bikes where the front end is, the rake is different. So the steering's really fast. That coupled with the Pirelli Night Dragons really makes for a nice ride. Now on my new Street Glide, evidently BST is coming out with a new style wheel, and I put in for it. Oh, look at this, the kids are playing in the snow. Praise God. Look at that. with their cameras. This is awesome. More Harley riders. Well, they're wearing t-shirts, so that's a good sign that I'm not going to get rained on. This is something else. Way up here. What goes up must come down. I guess this motorcycle adjusts itself for the altitude. Otherwise it wouldn't be running right. Yeah, I think it was my friend Jeff. He's saying if you ever have a dog with fleas, bring them up to like 10,000 feet elevation and they all die. They don't like the high elevation. I said, really? Evidently they can't survive in the high altitude. I'm having the time of my life.